Hello, guys. Greeting from Brazil.
Hey.
I might seem like I'm crying because I might be. The show is amazing, and all the critics are saying that episode 4 is the best one so far, and I truly agree with them. And I go even beyond. Is one of my favorite Marvel episodes so far. So how is to achieve something like that so early, right? And how it was to make that special piece of MCU different from everything else and with such a unique style and that amazing plot twist and how it was.
I mean, well, one thing is that if we didn't aim for that, to do something different, to do something bold, we would be provoking the vengeance of Moon Knight upon ourselves. That's you have to. He'd be mad. He's like, you didn't make me weird. I'm a defined by
interesting
that
character. Yeah. And actually, just so that you know, your excitement about episode 4 matches our own. Especially, imagine getting to read that for the first time, and being able to try to figure out exactly how to put all those puzzle pieces together. Because of course, episode 4 was a total game changer at the end, and we're really, really excited for that week between episode 4 and 5 coming out. We kind of wish we could just make it a month just to torture everybody, but it's for us, it's a very emotional. Shooting those bits were highly, highly emotional for us and all the performers involved, and also I think episode 4 has our favorite sets and locations that we got to do at all on the whole show. Thanks to our production designer, Stefania, but also just like the spectacular actual beauty of the desert. What else is there to say about it? We love that episode too. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm shaking and I'm really excited to watch it again and see all the fans' reaction because I don't know. Soon you're gonna see how the force impact of the Marvel fans are because we are really intense and preparing you for that kind of ecstasy. I'm gonna try a funny one. If you have the show plays a lot with that thing of what is real and what is not. So if you guys have the opportunity to play even more with that and have the opportunity to put every Marvel character that you wanted to put on the show, Avenger, hero, a villain, as not being real, who would you guys choose to put in there?
So what Marvel character would we put into Moon Knight? Is that what you mean? Is that the question?
And not being real.
Can I? Okay, I'm going to give you an answer that is going to satisfy you, and it's also totally dodging what you're saying. What I would do is I would have it take place in the real world, meaning like a Marvel character would look up and see a Marvel billboard. Something like that. So there would be all the Marvel characters, but they live in a universe in which there are Marvel movies. That's what I would do.
You do like a super meta approach to Moon Knight. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna dream about it. I want to see it happen. Whatever the
We're gonna pitch this to Kevin with every time we ever work with Marvel. It's like they should look up and see a Marvel billboard.
So you were saying, sorry.
Oh no, I mean it's not important, but I'll just say it now.
It's important. It's important.
Is that I think we both have a soft spot in our heart for Doctor Strange just because we love that film. Some friends of ours worked on that, Scott Derrickson and Robert Cargill. But the Aaron had an idea that was like kind of sounded kind of out of nowhere and kind of fun, punk rock, and very unexpected. Is Blade.
Oh yeah.
But that's based off like we have a buddy who's a huge cinephile, and you ask him his favorite Marvel movie, he'll always be like Blade 2, and you're like,
okay, it counts.
Okay, that's provocative.
Yeah. We've started some conversations.
That's funny because we have infinity possibilities. So when you like it, you can. So now I'm gonna dream about you dream a Doctor Strange movie sometime. So if it happens, you have the fans support. And
we're just so that you know, we're also. I mean, we can't wait to see the new one.
So about Oscar Isaac, I'm still thinking about his performance. That is amazing. So how it was for you to work with him, to guide him on sets and playing both characters and see him on the suit? Because come on, Moon Knight, Mr. Knight. I paused the episode and just stared because the suits are amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously really took on the weight of the show on his shoulders. Oscar Isaac did, and he made our jobs easy in a way that you could always rely on him to have, you know, in 360 degrees, the total subjective point of view of no matter who he was that day. And we like to say that by the end of the show, we got to know Oscar, but we also got to know several other people. Mm-hmm. And when you looked at him walk on set as one of these other people, you would think that, like, is he wearing prosthetics? And it's literally what he's doing with his face. When he's not speaking, you would know what character he was. Yeah.
He's somebody who never blinks. He has laser focus every single day. And that's one is not just intimidating, of course, because you have to match that, but also so inspiring to know that, you know, you've been shooting for 80 days straight. You're exhausted. You're not shooting in order, and you're just like trying to make sure that what you're doing doesn't just make sense, but like matters, that what you're doing actually is like something that you want to put out in front of people, and it has more layers than just whatever's right in front. And Oscar was always all about that every single day, the moment we arrived from set.
You feel like if Oscar were playing a surgeon, he would learn surgery. If he were becoming a chef, he'd learn how to make culinary delights. And since he's playing Moon Knight, he learned to be Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm. And it's really convincing, right? So since you talk about possibilities of Marvel future, I know you're gonna hear this a lot, but I gotta ask you too. So Loki season 1, Kate Herron did an amazing job on that one, and I was really happy when the news came out that you guys would replace her on season 2. So what can you say about it? What are your expectations? How do you feel? And what are you bringing from the Moon Knight mythology or style to the Loki one?
You know the excitement you have for Loki right now? Project that onto right us there, and times it by 1,000. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's wild. I mean, we're still just a couple kids, you know, like we're still just two people that really, really want to play in the sandbox. And so being able to get the call to go and actually make something part of the canon. And also, once again, we were kind of told, like, there's no reason to do this. We were told this about Moon Knight. There's no reason to do this if it's not totally different. And that's all we want. That's all we ever want to work on. And luckily we get to.
It's a pleasure because when we change directors, there's always that fear. But I really believe seeing the Moon Knight episodes that you guys are the right choice, and I'm really happy for it. Can you say you have any idea of when you're gonna shoot it?
Not quite yet. You'll have to wait and see. But you know what's interesting about where we've actually been to Brazil a few times for this great film festival there called Fantaspoa in Porto Alegre.
Whoa,
and we spent weeks there. Yeah, really love it. Really love it. It was wonderful.
So I'm gonna finish and ask you to come to Brazil in a summer opportunity. You know, maybe to talk about Loki season 2, and if you can send quickly just a hello to our Brazilian fans and ask them to watch Moon Knight because it's amazing. And who better to ask them than you?
Obrigado, Brazilian fans. That's all I've got. But yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the pleasure. I'm shaking and I'm gonna keep screaming. So thank you so much. And hope to see you to talk about Loki futurely.
All right. Likewise.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.